Listen, there's two parts of your speech that have to be good every single time. It's how you start and it's how you finish. And the finish might be even more important than the start. So, what I need you to know is when you end your presentation each and every time, you need to do something that draws people attention even more. Do something that makes them remember you even more. So, you want to end your presentation with some really nice saying or something. For example, if you have a presentation on perseverance, I don't know why I couldn't say that word. What you'll probably want to do is end with something like, remember, the road may be long, but every step you take brings you closer to your destination. Why would you end with something like that? Because that is a statement that people can remember up here, they can hold on to, and that will be the last thing they remember from you. So even if sometime earlier in your presentation you fell off a little bit, you weren't as fun, you didn't have as much joy or something, it wasn't as strong of a point, they're going to forget some of that, but they're going to remember that last point. Okay? They're going to remember the last point. So when I'm coaching people, I coach them to have your hardest hitting story. That's the last story. That saying that you have at the very end, you want people to hold on to. That's the last story. I'll be honest with you. I end a whole lot of presentations with this story right here. This is oftentimes my conclusion, even if my presentation isn't about this. Because the center of everything I do is these three words: do something good. So my presentation could be about something totally different, but this is how I often end it, with the true story that drives the point home to do good. And here's the story. One time I felt like I needed to give, but I thought I didn't have enough to give. But listen, the war in my head between you got to do something for the people and you don't have enough to do something for the people was strong. So I did this one day. I said, you know what? I, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to give. By the way, this story is verifiable. It's still on my Facebook page. You just got to go back a few years. So here we go. And what I tell people is this: I say, I decided to get on Facebook one day and I said, hey, if you need some money, I got about $20. Just comment your name in the comment section below. I'll put you in a drawing and I'm going to give that $20 away. Now, what I need you guys to know is I felt like that $20 wasn't anything. I felt like $20 doesn't do anything. But the truth of the matter is, when we are intentional about doing good, we can do so much. So, this is what happened. The person won the giveaway. I gave them the $20 and they came back and sent me a message. They said, Miles, I need you to know that what you did today was so important. They told me they didn't have money for food and they didn't know what they were going to eat. Now they can eat for the next few days. And they also told me how I encouraged them to keep going. Listen, I want to say this: our selfishness creates the world that we hate. But when we are intentional about doing good, we can create the world that we want. So I want you to find somebody and find a way to do something good. And then after I end saying that, I also do this. I grab my phone, which is currently over here. So it's on Facebook Live. So I can't actually grab it right now. But I grab my phone and I ask the people, I say, if you guys would do this thing for me, on the count of three, I want you to shout, do something good. And I turn around and I will record everybody saying, do something good. Why do I do that? Because that is a strong end to my presentation. It brings everybody together. It's a moment that raises the energy in the room because everybody is shouting the same thing. What I just did was give myself cover if for some reason the earlier parts of my presentation weren't really good. The end of my presentation was fire, and it brought everybody into the presentation. It made people feel good. It got people literally standing out of their seats. It allowed them to scream. I'm going to put, actually, listen, when this comes out and I share this piece of information, I'm going to put a video at the end of it. All right. I literally changed the mood in the room with my ending. So it doesn't matter how, well, I'm not going to say it doesn't matter, but no matter how bad the middle of your presentation was, if the beginning and the end of your presentation were fire, guess what? You had a fire presentation. So what I want you to do is think about, how will you close your speech?